guys, welcome back to another episode of We Run on Coffee with Marissa and Arika. And guys, this week you have been blowing us up. You have you've been so good. You got us from, if I remember correctly, last week on Sunday when we talked, I think that we had about, what was it? About 80 plays on our first book club episode.
Probably. That's gotta be
And now we're at 144.
144.
And we have surpassed 1,000 listens, and we have an audience of 100 people now. So thank you so much for all of your support this week. We are so happy. We've been watching the numbers go up and up and up, and we are now in 15 countries.
That's
and
many.
We'll give a little shout out at the end, but if you check our Instagram, we posted a little graphic a couple days, and it's outdated now, but it had all the countries we were in.
Oh, yeah. And you guys just keep adding so many. I can't even keep the map updated. That's how fast y'all are listening. So thank you.
I know.
Thank you, international listeners. Thank you, national listeners. Thank you, everybody.
Yes. And the UK, you guys are on the up and up. You are at
baby.
5% of our listeners now, which is crazy because you were only at 1% last week. So we know a bunch of you are listening.
Hey,
and
UK.
we can see even like a little bit more information than just the country. So all of you guys in London, thank you.
So wild. I just got a little chills, I think. That's so weird.
Yes,
I
I'm
love
so
it.
happy. But do you want to go ahead and get us started on our Q3 goals? Because we have a
Yeah.
lot to talk about today, and
We
Arika
do.
has no idea what this episode's about.
No,
so
I
I'm
do
so
not.
excited.
Welcome to Marissa Hour, you guys, where I have actually no clue what this one's about. So that's fun. You're in it with me. So, okay, let's talk about our Q3 goals. If you missed last week's episode, pause now, go back and listen, and then come back because we talked about our quarter 2 goals and if we accomplished them or not. And today we're going to talk about our quarter 3 goals. I did an okay job making goals, but I repeated 4 and I added 1 new one. So I want to finish the passport application. If you were listening to the last episode, you know I'm like halfway done with it, so won't go into it. I want to clean the garage to a point where we can park in it, which this is very realistic, and we'll talk about why in a little bit. Buy a van. Finish painting and installing the trim in our house. And then my new one is I think I want to take a dedicated social media break where I like actually either delete them or like really go off for a certain amount of time. Don't know how long or whatever, but I just kind of want to do that. I think it would just be nice for summer. So those are my Q3 goals.
Yeah. I like that. And guys, guess
I'm excited.
what?
Did you?
I wrote down my goals.
She wrote them down. Okay, goal 1, check.
Check.
Literally, write down my goals, check.
No, literally. So for my goals, my first one is to finalize all of the wedding planning things. And I have like a full list of everything that I need to get done still. So I need to get a florist, which please don't yell at me.
Ooh.
I know I get married in 112 days and I don't have a florist yet, but it's fine.
I don't even know when you're supposed to get one, to be fair.
I don't know, but I know what I want, and I know, like, I have the images now that I'm going to send the florist. I just have to make sure that they're available that day. So
yeah,
that's a little nerve-wracking.
Oh my gosh.
And then next is to fill out the DJ list because we got like this 14-page document that has like all the songs that need to be played and when. It's a crazy amount. So that just really needs to be... Yeah, it really just needs to be turned in 2 weeks before the event, but Q3 goes up until September, so that is realistically 2 weeks before we get married.
Right.
And then order my wedding shoes. We need to get our marriage license, get wedding bands, and then Kyle needs to get a suit. He told me to add that just so that I could keep him accountable by putting it in my goals.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's so much fun.
Yeah, so that's my first goal. And then my second goal is to go on a weekend trip to a nearby beach. I haven't been to any yet. And it'll be pretty easy because there's so many in Delaware. There's so many in Maryland. There's even some in Virginia.
Virginia Beach,
it could be, there's like anywhere between like I think like an hour and a half and 3 hours, there's a beach somewhere. So if we just like leave on a Saturday morning, we can go spend one night in a hotel and then come back on Sunday. So I think it's pretty doable. And we're trying to look into a beach to go to. And then next is keep on top of half marathon training and run it because September 17th is when the half marathon is. So it's happening in this quarter. And then lastly is decorate the apartment. That one's a little bit more short term because we haven't decorated yet.
That's okay. Yeah, no, that's really fun. Those are good goals.
Yeah, I'm excited. I was trying to think of more but those are kind of involved goals, I would say.
Yeah, when I picked mine, like I repeated the 4 and had the 1, I was like, this is enough, actually. Like I feel like I should have more, but we're good.
Yeah, we're fine. But before we get into our weekly recap, what are you drinking? You told me it's a surprise and it's a secret and it's new. Let me know.
I'm excited. Okay, so everyone, I'm very excited to tell you that I'm not drinking a brown sugar latte today. I was gonna, but then I remembered I bought this yesterday at Walmart. So went to Walmart, which I never do. We only go to Walmart like once every freaking few months when we need a couple things that only come from there. So I picked up, I don't know if you've heard of it, the Chamberlain coffee by Emma Chamberlain. I'm so excited to try it.
Ones?
They have canned ones that they came out with at Walmart, and I'll send you the link if you're going to be interested in trying this. There's a link where you can just put in your phone number and they text you, and you can get buy one get one free. If you send them a picture of your receipt, they'll Venmo you for the second one.
Oh,
so
wow.
I bought 2. This is Chamberlain coffee. I'll send you a picture because it's hard to see on Zoom, but it has like a cute little sheep on it, like hopping over the vanilla, and it has cute little graphics, and it just says Chamberlain coffee vanilla latte with almond and coconut milk. So I expected it to be dairy. It's not, which is exciting. And it says uncomplicated and delicious, inspired by my very own recipe. Love, Emma. And there's not that many ingredients. Like it's not crazy. So I'm shaking it and I'm going to try it. Angelo got the, his is a little bit cuter. It has like a little mousse on it. It's so cute. He got the mocha latte and I got the vanilla. So I'm going to open it for you guys for some ASMR.
Ooh, I think I have to go and try that because Kyle and I are going grocery shopping today. And it is like there's a Walmart right next to us, actually.
Ooh, it's very coffee. I think I like it. It is very coffee. I watched Shane Dawson had a video recently of like trying YouTubers' products and seeing if they're good. And he tried these. And he said that Emma Chamberlain's been getting a lot of hate about these coffees because people are like expecting it to be like a, the Starbucks Frappuccino canned things. They were expecting that, but it's not. It's not like overly sweet, but I actually kind of like it.
Well, if you've ever watched Emma Chamberlain's content, which we're YouTube girlies, you're a lifestyle YouTuber. I feel like you've seen Emma Chamberlain's videos. Yeah. And she's just like, I don't know. She's very open and honest that she hates sweet coffee. So I don't know why people would be expecting it to be super overly sweet.
Also, it's just like, I don't know. I like sweet coffee. I do. But I also prefer something that isn't filled with so many ingredients that you don't know how to pronounce. So I like that this is like a nice in between and it's still good. But I like it. I'll have to try the mocha one and let you guys know how I like it. And I'm also going to send you the link in case you want to get your free one. But what are you drinking this morning?
So I'm going back to an OG. I got a Oasis Vibe Celsius, and I'm having an energy drink this morning because I'm going on a run later, and I didn't want to have coffee and then potentially have pre-workout before my run because I feel like coffee and pre-workout doesn't go well in my brain together. So if I'm going to have 2 different caffeinated beverages, I wanted it to both be kind of like on the fruity vibe.
Yeah. No, I hear that. Also, I don't know about you, but if I would drink a coffee, then I would have to poop really soon after.
Well, we're not going on the run for a couple of hours, so I think we're fine.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, after this, I mean, I guess I'll just go into my weekly recap then.
Yes.
So this week, I feel like I've literally been living in a fever dream recently. Like, I feel like everything is just kind of like, I'm not going through the motions, but I feel like everything's happening at once. So I feel like I can't like sit and enjoy any of the moments yet, which is fine. Which after next week, hopefully it'll be better, but we'll talk about our weekly recap in the next episode because we are recording another episode tomorrow, so I don't want to go too much into what's happening next week. But this week I just did I did 10 hours of overtime yet again. Damn, I know I'm stuck on a loop, but I'm doing that on top of half marathon training, on top of I'm not even kidding, guys, for this episode I probably did 4 hours of research. Oh my gosh. Not kidding. So doing that, which I thought that this was fun, so that's not something that was added to my plate.
Still, but then it's still work.
I know I still have charge meetings that I'm doing too. So right after this, I have a charge meeting, doing the half marathon training, and then tomorrow I'm leading a 6.5 hour long charge meeting. It's a leadership retreat. That's crazy. So I'm getting tired, guys. That's basically what my weekly recap is. I don't really have any updates. Kyle and I got B-dubs on Thursday, which was great. Ooh, nice. But that's there about it. Oh, I do have an update. We won our volleyball game on Thursday.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah, we love the volleyball updates. You got to keep them coming. Oh my God, that's so fun.
Yeah, that's basically my week. I'm just tired.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't have a similar situation, but I have the opposite situation, which might be annoying, or I don't know, it might be nice. We're probably just going to keep flip-flopping because I feel like we do that.
Yeah.
But right now I feel like I have not a lot going on, and every day me and Angela just do house projects, and it feels so good. I was like, why is it so fun to be a homeowner? Like, all I want to do is house projects all day. We've been spending a lot of time doing house projects. One of my updates for the week is that I made my own cornhole bags, which I'm so excited about, from scratch.
Do you have cornhole?
I have, oh yeah, okay, so I have cornhole. I'll send a picture.
Oh wait, where is this coming from?
I need to write this down right now, because if you're listening by now, you might notice that every week I've been posting an If You Know, You Know on our Instagram stories, and it's something random that we talk about in the episode that you'd only know about it if you listened. So I'm going to keep doing that, and today my If You Know, You Know, go listen, or go look on the Instagram if you're listening today on Wednesday. My If You Know, You Know for today is going to be my cornhole boards. They're really cool. So my grandma, well, I call her Nana, who passed away when I was in college, made me my own custom cornhole boards when I was younger. And so we hand painted them together, and it literally looks like a beach scene. And then it has like a little beach towel laying in the sand that I wrote my name on it whenever I don't even know how old, like maybe I was like 7 or something like that, really young. And then she like sealed it all with like clear spray paint, and it's so cute and really unique. Everyone's like, these cornhole boards are crazy. Like, these are so cute, and they're just kind of girly and cute. So she also made me my custom bags. So I had a stripes bags, and then flip-flops. So it was flip-flops and stripes teams, and they were so cute. But I've had it for so long that they were just like, some of them weighed different amounts because the corn was like disintegrating, and they were just like getting musty and moldy and disgusting. So I was like, I want to replace these, but my Nana would be so ashamed if I literally bought them. Like, we're going to make them by hand. So I went to Joann Fabrics. I did all this research. I found out what kind of cloth you need. Fun fact, you need duck cloth. So I went to Joann Fabrics. I asked the lady where the duck cloth was, and we went over and picked out some colors, and then I bought the exact right amount, which was scary. And then I came home and I cut it, and my mom let me borrow her sewing machine. So I literally sewed them all by hand, bought 8 pounds of corn from Sam's Club.
Oh my goodness.
And filled them all with corn. And they are so nice. I was honestly shocked. I didn't know if I could do it. I learned how to sew when I was a kid, but I haven't done it in a long time. So that was crazy. And now I have my own set. And I told Angela, even though they're not perfect, it's kind of fun to be like, I made them like by hand. Like, that's crazy. So that was a
and
fun
your Nona's
thing.
looking down on you, and she's like, you
like,
did so
yes, she
good.
made them. She didn't buy them. Yeah, I know. I was like, I have to make them. Like, I can't. So that was really cute and fun. And now I told Angela we should just start making a cornhole company, and he should build the boards from scratch, and then I paint them, and then we sell the sets. I was like, that'd be kind of fun. So yeah, and then my other updates are both house things again, because like I said, I'm just in the house era. So patio update. I did not get the patio the day after of the last episode, because I kept telling you guys on the episode I'm getting it tomorrow. However, I did get it yesterday, and we have a patio. Yay! I'm so happy. I didn't send you the pictures yesterday because it's like I have to tell her tomorrow. And today's the first day we're allowed to go on it. So I haven't been on it yet, but I'm really excited. So we're going to put out our furniture today. Excited. Everything. Like, I cannot wait. I'm freaking out. It looks really, really good. Like, I didn't know what to expect, but I'm shocked. It looks amazing. And it's also a lot bigger than I expected. It's
and
so
don't
cute.
you have your like June family pride dinner tomorrow too?
I know. Literally tomorrow. I was like, it's not going to get done. It's not going to get done. And then it got done in literally the nick of time. I couldn't believe it.
That's so good.
So everyone gets to see it. Although everyone say a prayer for me, even though it's past by the time you guys are listening, but it's supposed to storm tomorrow. Of course.
Oh no.
So I'm like, great, we're probably not even going to get to use it, which will make me cry. But all that to say, house updates. Finally, last one, I'll make it quick. Garage update. That I've been working my little ass off on this garage. I had Juneteenth off work. So June 19th, I was home all day, but Angelo didn't get it off. So he had to go to work. And I was like, what am I going to do all day alone? Like, this is going to suck. So what I decided to do was clean the garage. And I literally spent all day doing it. And I got everything off the floors. Like, you can walk in there. I got stuff on the shelves. We got our mini fridge all set up with all of our like stuff in it. I put all of Angelo's tools in his toolbox. Like, everything is stunning. And then last night we have a beautiful, wonderful, very expensive and nice stove in our garage, but it weighs like a bajillion pounds and we need to install it, but it's just really heavy. So we don't know if we're going to hire someone. But last night, Angela and I lifted it up and put it on like a little scooter so we can move it around easy. And I think he's going to be able to get his car in there soon. So my Q3 goal might be accomplished sooner than I thought. So all my house updates. I'm so excited.
I've been loving it.
Same. I'm obsessed. I'm just in my homeowner era, if you will.
I love that. And I kind of love, like, I mean, I'm also kind of doing the same thing. I don't have enough time to be domestic right now, but Kyle is being very domestic.
Yes.
And he's like doing the dishes, doing the laundry. Like, I literally come home every day and he has all my laundry folded. And I'm like,
so nice.
Normally I'm only like a Sunday laundry girly, but you're over here doing laundry every day. And I'm like, okay, yay, that's fine.
That's so nice. Kyle's in his homeowner era too, home renter era.
Okay, are you ready?
All right, I'm so excited, you guys. What in the hell is going on? I have no idea. Marissa just messaged me. She's like, just get excited because I'm excited and I'm going to surprise you. I was like, all right, I'm ready.
I'm so excited for this. So first off, before I tell you what it's about, I'm just going to tell you what I'm going to title the episode. So the episode is going to be titled The Girls Get Spooky. So,
okay.
Do you know
this
what
is so your vibe?
Yeah. Do you know what a cryptid is?
No.
That's okay. I knew you weren't going to know what it is.
Okay.
So
that's probably even better for this content.
I know. This episode is all about not necessarily just cryptids, but cryptids and different folklore and different, I guess.
Oh.
I don't know, like different, like spooky things. So let me just tell you what a cryptid is. A cryptid is a like made up mythological creature that inhabits an area. So a big example of this would be like Bigfoot or the abominable snowman or Mothman.
Nessie. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So those kind of things. So it's a animal like or I don't know, just like a creature that inhabits an area. There's quoted sightings. They don't know if it's real. It may not be. It may be, that kind of thing.
Okay.
So for this episode in particular, I found 3 in Ohio. And then I found 3 to talk about. I tried to find 3 in just Virginia since that's where I live, but that was not happening. So I found 1 in Maryland, 1 in DC, and 1 in Virginia.
Oh my gosh. Wait, this is so crazy. I'm not ready.
So all you have to do is sit back and react, and I'm going to unload all of the research on you. Are you ready?
All right, let's do it. Yeah, I'm like, I don't even know what to expect. If you guys don't know, Marissa's very into this. She's into also true crime and stuff like that. And I'm almost the opposite. Like, you almost couldn't get more opposite. I'm like, let's just watch lighthearted Kardashians, you know? So I'm really excited to, like, I don't know anything. So I'm excited to learn about this. So let's do it.
Yeah. So I'm not going to lie. I had already known a lot about most of these. But there is 1 in Ohio that I had never heard of, which I was like, oh, I have to do this one because I've never heard of it. Yeah. And then there was the 1 in DC I had never heard of, but I did know the 1 in Maryland and I did know the 1 in Virginia that I found. Yeah. But I'm ready to get into it.
Okay, let's do it.
The first one is named the Loveland Frog. Do you know anything about him?
I feel like I might have heard of this, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Maybe not.
Okay. So Loveland is an area.
Ohio, right?
I think I wrote it down. Yeah. Loveland, Ohio is between Mason, which is where Kings Island is, and then Cincinnati. It's just south of Mason and then kind of east of Cincinnati. So that's the area.
Week. I'll probably drive through there to get to Eras Tour.
Yes, that's the area we're talking about for this one. So it was first talked about in 1955. So he's an old guy.
Okay.
But he is quoted to be a 4-foot tall frog that walks on its hind legs like a human.
No. Ugh.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Imagine you're just like walking through the woods and you see this like frog guy that's
the
just
size of my
on
sister.
His hind legs.
Literally.
No, literally.
No. I do not like it.
But he is quoted to be a peaceful guy. So if you run into him, he's nice. He just that's what they said in this article that I was looking at.
Somebody just talked to him. They're like, he's a peaceful guy.
Yeah.
Oh
but
my
he
God.
just chills. He doesn't really cause any havoc. Some of these guys be causing havoc that I have research on. But he just chills. He sits in the background. He can most likely be located at Lake Isabella, which I had never heard of. I'm guessing it's just like it's like maybe a park area. Yeah. But that's where he likes to chill. And the campground has 6 campsites. So you should go for a weekend trip and try and catch a glimpse of him.
I'll pass. 6 campsites? That's a tiny campground. Someone might not be able to save me if he ain't a friendly guy. No,
literally. I'm guessing like Lake Isabella is probably like the small lake. And there's probably just like, I don't know. I would say sides, but but like a circle doesn't have sides. So I'm guessing just like little circle around has 6 little campsites around it. But
it's giving creepy vibes. I don't know.
I know.
They all worship the frog.
Yeah, I guess. Well, kind of. The next point that I have is that he is infamous. He actually has a musical after him.
Really?
They made a musical about him called Hot Damn, It's the Loveland Frog.
I'm dead. We should go see this. That is so random.
I know.
What the heck?
Okay, so I have an article and I'm trying to pull it up.
Do you love having an iPad? She's a newly iPad girly.
I am. Okay, I'm trying to pull up this article. I should have already had it pulled up, but I didn't open when I clicked on the link. I got this article to read to you guys about him. So, it says, in Loveland, a 4-foot frog roams the marshes on its hind legs. At least that's what the local legend claims. It's a tale that dates back to the 1950s when a businessman claimed that he saw multiple bipedal frogs along the Little Miami River. And
multiple?
I know. And the frogman's legacy lives on in modern days. The fabled Loveland Frogman was allegedly spotted most recently in 2016. Sam Jacobs said that he was playing Pokemon Go in mid-August of 2016 near the Congregation Beth Adams Synagogue on Loveland Madeira Road. And then it says, Jacob said he had crossed the train tracks to the banks of Lake Isabella when he spotted something strange. Quote, we saw a huge frog near the water. Not in the game. This was an actual giant frog.
Not in the game.
Jacobs told WLWT, which I guess is the news site. Then it says, the thing stood up and walked on its hind legs. I realize this sounds crazy, but I swear on my grandmother's grave that this is true. End quote.
Wow. Rip his grandma. Wait, playing Pokemon Go. That's really, really funny.
No, he literally said not in the game. It was real.
Obviously.
And then it says, Jacobs claimed the frog stood around 4 feet tall, sending dark photos to the creature to support his claim. And unfortunately, this article does not have the photos, so I don't know why they included that.
Ask. I'm like, come on, I want to see this frog.
And
dark
then it says
photos
Jacob
of
said
him.
Jacob says he doesn't know what to think of his sighting. Quote, not sure if it was a frogman or just a giant frog, he said. Either way, I've never seen anything like it.
Oh my gosh.
And this is for this is from WLWT5 in Cincinnati. So, I think there's a video, which I know that you guys are going to be able to see, but you should look up this article. We'll include all of the links.
Oh
wait, is it going to play?
Gosh.
Do you see the glowing lights? That's his eyes.
Yes, I see. I looked it up on mine too, and I can see his eyes in the little screenshot. I'm creeped out.
Yeah.
I type in spooky. Loveland, and that's the first Google that people Google is Loveland Frogman. Oh my God. Yeah. Definitely check out the description below if you guys are listening, and we'll put the links to all the articles so you guys can see the pictures. This is nuts. Or you can just Google it. I'm sure you'll find it.
Yeah. But like Arika said, I mean, that's my first one. But like Arika said, I'm into all things spooky, creepy, crawly, all of those things. So
I was trying to go on a frog hunt.
When I was trying to figure out what to do this episode about, I was like, maybe I'll do like a true crime case, or maybe I'll I love like haunted things or like ghost stories too. So I was like, maybe I'll look up like a haunting of like a location in Ohio or in Virginia. But I was like, you know what's better? I'm going to look up all of these crazy, kooky animal beast things that are in both of our places.
That's so good. And definitely if you're listening to this and if you want a true crime episode or you want those other things, let us know. We have lots of Marissa and Arika hours to fill, so you guys let us know.
Okay, so are you ready for the next one?
I'm so ready.
This one is located a little bit closer to where you're from. So it has to do with Lake Erie, and it's the Lake Erie Bessie.
Bessie, why have I never heard of this?
So it's like the Loch Ness Monster,
Right.
but make it Midwest.
The Midwest Nessie. Bessie.
That's what I wrote. That's literally what I wrote in my notes.
That's funny.
So in 1793, the captain of the Felicity, which was one of the boats that sailed in Lake Erie,
That is a long
was
time
sailing
ago.
in Lake Erie. I know. And all of a sudden, he sees a huge serpent-like creature in the water. It says approximately 5 meters or more long. And I said, why? This is Ohio. Why are we measuring in meters?
No, literally. Welcome to the Midwest. Welcome to America. No.
I don't know what 5 meters is, but I'm guessing it was a big serpent-like creature.
I'm going to Google it.
But
Everyone from
I know,
the
what
UK
is
right now
5
is like, fuck
meters?
off, girls. Stop.
I'm sorry.
Oh, wait.
I'm sorry.
Why did it automatically put it in yards? Okay. We want to know how many miles that is. No, not very many miles. Feet.
It's not miles. It's going to be in feet.
16.4 feet. That's actually
That is
pretty
a
big.
big snake.
She big. Bessie girl.
And then I also wrote, being the southernmost Great Lake, it's the most biologically diverse. So who's to say it's not a massive serpent and they couldn't live in there?
I mean, yeah. By the way, I've never heard of Bessie, but the Lake Erie Monster, I have heard of that phrase, and we use that in branding. Like, there's a ice cream at Toff's called like Lake Erie Monster. There's a Great Lakes brewing beer called Lake Erie Monster. So I guess I actually have heard of this, but I just never dove in, you know? That's really interesting.
Yeah, that's actually my next point. He has a couple of Well,
Does
I
he?
guess
she?
if it's like Nessie.
Oops, sorry for misgendering you, Bessie.
I don't know. Nessie is a she in the UK, so I'm guessing that Bessie would be a she, but maybe it's not.
Bessie they.
We're gonna say it's a they. So Bessie they. Some nicknames that they have are the Great Snake of Lake Erie, the Lake Erie Monster, and then the South Bay Bessie.
Oh, South Bay Bessie. Yeah, I've heard Lake Erie Monster for sure. That's so funny. They have t-shirts. The t-shirt is really creepy looking. I ain't wearing that. Oh my god.
I love that you're doing research as I'm giving
literally
you like
just
points
Googling
about
what
them.
you like the name of it and then looking at the pictures while you tell me about it and putting it all together. It's so crazy. I highly recommend if you're listening to do the same. Look up the pictures.
Yes. Okay. And then my last point about the Lake Erie Bessie is that some stories, they were described to have a dog-like head and large fins. Some say human-like arms, and their color has been reported as gray, copper, or silver.
Oh, that's really
So all of the
interesting.
above.
So all the branding of Bessie is green because obviously we all want it
that
to be
makes
green.
sense.
But that's so interesting. There's actually a comic called It Came from a Great Lake, the Lake Erie Monster #1, and literally someone drew a whole comic. I'm gonna add this link to the card so that we can include it too for anyone listening, and it's really cute. Okay, Bessie, I feel better about Bessie than the frog, but both creep me out a little bit.
Yeah, I know. I feel like even though the Loveland Frog was like described to be peaceful, I feel like just like this little snake, like I don't know, like the Loch Ness Monster, Nessie, she's like known to be super, like I don't know, like she's like loved
Tame,
in like the UK. So we love Bessie.
Okay, I love you, Bessie. Oh, it sounds like Bestie. It's actually kind of cute.
Yeah,
The girls make a new Bessie.
Yes. And then the next one, I think that this is even closer to where you grew up. But Kirtland, Ohio.
Oh, I don't know where that is.
It's located south of Willoughby and Menor.
Oh.
It's kind of like makes a triangle with
a
those
K or a
two.
C?
Yeah. Kirtland.
I'm looking it up. Where was Bessie sighted on Lake Erie? Because Lake Erie's big. Did it say like certain areas?
I don't
Just
know.
in
It was
general?
an Ohio one, so
Okay.
I would guess like in the southern
Somewhere.
part of Lake Erie, because Lake Erie is also owned by Canada. For those of you that don't know Ohio
She's a shared
geography.
lake. She's a shared lake.
Yes.
That's really interesting. I'm gonna have
I
to
would
do some
guess,
more
like-
research on Bessie.
I know. We like Bessie. They're gonna become our like mascot. We run on
Literally.
coffee.
That's funny. Okay, Kirtland, Ohio. I'm ready.
Okay. So this one is called the melon heads. Have you ever heard of these?
Multiple. I don't like it.
So I had heard about the Loveland Frog and I'd heard about the melon heads before, but I'd never heard of Bessie, which is interesting because that's the only one that you had heard of.
Literally.
So The melon heads are, like I said, located around the area of Kirtland, Ohio. And like I said, that's south of Willoughby and Menor if you're from Ohio, the Cleveland area.
Yes.
The greater word would be it's around Cleveland.
Yeah.
A little bit south.
That makes sense.
But these melon heads have also been rumored to make appearances in Connecticut and Michigan.
Oh, wow.
Which a lot of cryptids or a lot of stories like this, like they do have multiple locations or multiple sightings, and they just call them different things based on the region. But the ones that I'm doing are just specifically the Ohio ones. And I didn't look up the stories for the other ones just because like I wanted to stick with the Ohio legend.
That's for another day.
Yes, but these are large creatures, which they're not large creatures. I don't know why I wrote that down.
I was about to be like, how large?
Rumored to be like they're rumored to be like kid size, but they have abnormally large bald heads and they roam around in the woods.
I didn't Google it yet because I wanted you to describe it before I looked at it. I'm scared.
You're gonna be sad when I tell you why the legends that surround them.
Oh, okay.
So the first one is that a few orphans wandered onto the property of a mad scientist named Dr. Crow.
I do not like
this. He experimented on them, causing swelling of their brains and heads.
No.
And they got fed up with the torture, burned down his house, and made Dr. Crow die in the house in the fire.
I just looked at the pictures. I'm haunted. I cannot look at them.
They are pretty scary.
The pictures are so scary, you guys. If you're listening to this, if you're gonna Google one of them, Google this one. Oh, I'm creeped.
But I think that it's pretty fun that they kind of had a rebellion. They got taken in by this crazy mad scientist, Dr. Crow, and he experimented on them. And then they were like we're gonna rebel.
You.
We're gonna burn down your house with you in it. Bye.
Literally psycho. This is crazy. How have I never heard of this ever? It's all over.
I don't know.
It says local news, melon heads.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the first story of how they came to be.
Okay.
The second one, it's kind of the same story, but the government are the ones that did the experiments, and then they sent these melon heads to go and live with Dr. Crow and his wife. But then Dr. Crow and his wife just kind of died, and then they took to the woods after their family, I guess, their parents had died.
Do we think they're human-like and that do they still be alive?
Yeah, I think that the legend is like that they
live
kind
forever?
of like I guess reproduced and like or they live forever.
Yeah.
They reproduced and created their own kind of community, which when I had first heard this story, I could have sworn it was Northwest Ohio, not Northeast Ohio that had this legend.
Yeah.
But when I was looking it up, everything had said like they were in Northeast Ohio over by like Cuyahoga County.
Yeah. That is so crazy.
But the locals started calling them melonheads because of their swollen heads. It was just kind of a nickname. They were like, oh, yeah, like their heads kind of look like watermelons. They're big and round and whatever.
Yeah.
And the nickname just kind of stuck. But I actually have another article to read to you guys. So why isn't it letting me paste my link? It said link cannot be found. They better not have taken this off.
Wait, that would actually be crazy. That's a bigger conspiracy theory. They're like, we will not be in this podcast.
No, literally.
They knew.
Also, I will gladly do a conspiracy theory episode if we're into that too.
Listen, and by the way, non-creepy conspiracy theories I'm super into. Maybe not even non-creepy, but like ones about toys or like the Shane Dawson ones I love. So I would definitely be into that. By the way, if you're listening, while Marissa's pulling up her link, I was going to share with you all the website where you can get your buy one free. No, I take it back, you guys. I think it might be expired by the time this episode comes up. The buy one, get one free. Oh, wait, no, you have a couple days.
No.
You have a couple days. I'll tell you. chamberlaincoffee.com/pages/what-we-said. What We Said podcast is where I got this link, and they literally had an ad. And it was like, go get your buy one, get one free. So if you're listening, you have a couple days. Go freaking get your free Emma Chamberlain. Okay, that's all for my not sponsored ad.
Well, thanks for the ramble because I got my link working.
I was hoping for that.
Okay, so this is a link or an article from 3 News, I guess. I don't know if you know that news site. I'm guessing it's just something local to that area. But it says it was a dark and stormy night, probably sometime in the 1970s, or so they say, when strange creatures with abnormally large bald heads are said to have roamed the woods in Northeast Ohio. Legend has it they still roam today, especially around Halloween. And then it says, quotes, "We are in Kirtland, Ohio, down in the deep, deep woods off of Wisner Road." And then that was just like, I guess they like were live at this area when they were writing this. But that quote was from Amy Capotacey, I'm sorry, with the Lake County Historical Society. And they enlisted her to help with the story of the Melonheads. So she says they could be dangerous if they wanted to be, she told us. Appearance aside, she tells us that the two popular legends of how they came to be are those that I just told you. So the ones that surround Dr. Crow. So the first one was that they kind of went to Dr. Crow's house. He's a mad scientist, blows up their heads. They kill him in a fiery rage. God. The second one, the government did all of the work on them, sent them to Dr. Crow to live, kind of, I don't know, take shelter with him. He passes away, and then they take to the woods.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
But supposedly Dr. Crow was a caring and giving person. He tried to help them out as best as he could. I don't know. It was the 1970s. Right, who knows? Did they have real journalism back then to ask him? But that is the story of the Melonheads. That one's going to haunt me in my sleep. That is my last one for Ohio.
That is going to creep me out all night. Oh, my God. I cannot. They're so scary.
Well, if that one creeped you out.
I ain't ready.
The next one, the one for Maryland, is the most scary. So do you want me to do that one later?
Yeah, do that one last. If you guys are ready, you better stick around for the good one to end it.
Yes. But I will do the DC one. Yes. This is the one that I had not heard of.
Okay.
And I think it's so fun.
Ooh, I'm excited.
So this is the Demon Cat the DC of DC.
Oh, that's really cute. That's funny. The DC.
I think this is mostly a play on words. Yeah. But I think it's cute anyways. So the article that I actually got all of this information from is literally the www.whitehousehistory.org.
Oh, wow.
Like, I got this on the White House website.
That's actually really funny.
Yeah.
The White House do be believing in this.
They do. So it is reported to be an oversized cat that roams the city and occupies various federal buildings.
Ew.
So I think that's kind of fun, though. It's just like this little ghosty cat that overlooks the city, I guess.
How large are we talking? I'm trying to Google it now. Oh, the White House, they have a picture.
In 1890, one report of the 1898 states that the demon cat starts at the size of an average house cat and can grow to the size of an elephant.
No. Oh my God. The demon
Just
cat.
Imagine you're like sitting outside of the White House and you see a cat walking on the lawn, and then
that's
all of a sudden it's the size of an elephant.
No, literally. What the hell?
Scary.
A cat any bigger than a dog would creep me out.
Yeah. The earliest report of this demon cat was in 1862, and it was the cat apparition appearing at the Capitol building.
Okay. That is so crazy.
And some reports say that it's a classic tabby cat, but others, they say that it's a classic black cat, which I think is just kind of adding to the lore of it being a scary kind of demon cat.
Literally.
But the most unique thing about this demon cat is that the apparition appears at more than one location, and typically a spirit will only manifest in one location because that's kind of where its spirit is like in a loop or kind of stuck. But demons are spirits that can move from multiple different areas and kind of manifest anywhere.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it kind of got the name of the demon cat, because it's able to be multiple different locations in the city.
Yeah, that's wild. If you Google the DC demon cat and go to the images, every one of it has red eyes, and they make it look so creepy. And then also, this is kind of cool. Shout out, if they're still a thing, the DC roller girls are called DC demon cats. I think that's such a cute name for their roller girl team. So if you're into roller derby, might be fun to check out. I've never watched roller derby, but that's kind of really cool.
Yeah. The last thing about this demon cat is that it's rumored to be seen before tragic national events. And two examples of this is that it was rumored to be seen before the stock market crash in 1929. And even more famously, it was rumored to be seen right before the JFK assassination in 1963.
What? That's creepy. I don't like it. So everybody better not be seeing it again.
Yeah. I've never seen it around DC, but maybe now that I have like heard about it, I'm going to see a black cat running around the city and I'll be like, oh no.
Creepy. When you do your White House flower tour, you see it chilling at the side.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. That one's crazy.
Scary. Yeah. Okay. So next, do you want to do, this is like a pick your own adventure. I have two. So I have the really scary one of Maryland. Yeah. His name is the Goat Man. Or I have the Bunnyman of Northern Virginia.
Bunnyman. It sounds nice, but I have a feeling it's going to creep me out still.
It's not nice. Ah! It's okay.
Okay, let's do it.
And unlike my last one where my notes were all from the whitehousehistory.org, these notes are all from Wikipedia.
LOL. So big conspiracy theory.
I run the gamut.
Yes.
I run the gamut of where I get my research from, but that's okay. So this one I know about because it's actually, the legend is only about, like, where the legend happens is only about 15 minutes from where I live. Oh,
that's a little too close for me. See, I was lucky because none of mine were like too close. Creepy.
Yeah, it's all located in the county I live in for this one.
Oh, no. Okay, I'm ready. Well, I'm not.
So the urban legend of the Bunnyman is located in Fairfax County, Virginia, which is, granted, a large county, but the county that I live in. And it originated from one of two or both incidents that both happened in 1970. So that's like the legend that kind of started this. Like, yeah, I'll read the stories later, but they both happened in 1970. Okay. Most iterations of this story are of a man wearing a bunny suit and wielding a hatchet.
Oh my gosh, no. Bruh, calm down.
So all of these stories happen at a specific location where this urban legend kind of manifests. And it's at what's the name of this? The Colchester Overpass, a.k.a. Bunnyman Tunnel.
No, not Bunnyman Tunnel. This reminds me of, do you remember when there were clowns everywhere? Like clowns were kidnapping people and stuff. Oh my God, it reminds me of that. It's so creepy. Oh, yeah, the Bunnyman with the hatchet.
That tunnel, I need to look up like exactly how far away from it is. But it's in a town called Burke, and I've been in that town before. Ooh. So I've been close to this tunnel at least once or twice.
Never go at night. Never go alone. Never go without your hatchet.
I know. So let's learn about the two incidents that started this urban legend. So the first one, I took these exactly from Wikipedia. So I'm going to read it exactly how it said. The first incident was reported the evening of October 19th, 1970 by U.S. Air Force Academy cadet Robert Bennett and his fiancée, who were visiting relatives on Guinea Road in Burke. Around midnight, while returning from a football game, they reportedly parked their car in a field on Guinea Road to visit an uncle who lived across the street from where the car was parked. As they sat in the front seat with the motor running, they noticed something moving outside near the rear window. And moments later, the front passenger window was smashed, and there was a white-clad figure standing there near the broken window. What? Bennett turned the car around while the man screamed at them about trespassing, including, quote, "You're on private property, and I have your tag number," end quote. As they drove down the road, the couple discovered a hatchet on the car floor. So when they had broken that window, they had thrown the hatchet through it. And this story continues. When the police requested the description of the man, Bennett insisted he was wearing a white suit with long bunny ears. However, Bennett's fiancée contested that their assailant did not have bunny ears on his head, but was wearing a white capriote of some sort. And don't worry, guys, I did the research. A capriote is a Catholic pointy hat.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
So those things that like the Catholic priests or bishops, they wear like the really tall, pointy, like soft hats. So they both remembered seeing his face clearly, but in the darkness, they could not determine the race or any other distinguishing features. The police returned the hatchet to Bennett after the examination.
Oh my God. This tunnel is creepy looking. I do not like it.
It's terrifying.
Do you know there's a movie about this?
No. It says, I want to watch it. What is it called?
It's just called Bunnyman because I Googled Bunnyman images and I put Bunnyman. There's one called Bunnyman Massacre and there's one called Bunnyman Vengeance. And they both look freaking creepy. Ooh. And then I just put in Virginia and it came up with all these pictures. This is creepy. You better not be going there by yourself. Yeah.
I kind of want to go and explore.
Yeah, go with Kyle. Oh my God.
Okay, so the second story is a little bit shorter about how the other incident that kind of started this urban legend. So the second reported sighting occurred on the evening of October 29th, 1970. So only 10 days later from that first report. Yeah. And this was when a construction security guard, Paul Phillips, approached a man standing on the porch of an unfinished home in Kings Park West on Guinea Road. Phillips said that the man was wearing a gray, black, and white bunny costume and was about 20 years old, 5'8", and weighed about 175 pounds. The man began chopping at a porch post with a long-handled axe, saying, quote, "You are trespassing. If you come any closer, I'll chop you off your head," end quote.
Oh my gosh. I don't like it.
So that's the second story of how this Bunnyman
Bunnyman's obsessed with people trespassing.
I guess
he really wants to chop somebody. Oh my god.
I know.
I don't like it. It's so creepy. I'm glad it's a man in a bunny suit, though, to be honest, and not like a giant bunny.
I know.
I'm like,
Yeah. And when I was looking, I didn't want to like make this too long. So I was like, I'm not going to go fully into every single one of them because I could make an episode on every one of these individually if I did enough research. But I think that another incident that kind of made that the Bunnyman come to be is that Bunnyman massacre. I think that there was like a situation there where a guy dressed in a bunny suit had murdered a bunch of people at that bridge.
Oh my god, that's so creepy, dude. I can't believe how close it is to you. That is nuts. The next episode, you're going to be like, we went. Oh my god.
Kyle would never go.
That's so creepy.
That's okay, though.
Take one of your friends.
Last one?
I'm ready. I'm a little nervous, but I'm ready. If it's creepier than this one.
Okay, so this is the Goatman of Maryland.
Oh my god. Okay.
So it's located in Prince George's County, Maryland, which is really not that far from me either, but that's okay. It has various stories. So one of them is a lonely, angry goat herder who went crazy, killed some teens. No, I can't read. Lonely, angry goat herder who went crazy when a couple of local teens killed his goats. So that's kind of like the start of him.
Okay.
Like these teens came in, they were wilding out and they killed his goats and he was like, I'm mad at you. I'm going to go crazy now.
Okay.
That was one story.
Okay.
The other one is others are similar to Bigfoot and he's just a mythological beast. The Goatman like just kind of appeared kind of like Bigfoot did or the Mothman or anything like that. And then another one is that the Goatman was an experiment gone wrong by the Beltsville Research Agricultural Center, but the USDA was forced to deny this claim.
Oh my god. What?
So don't worry, it wasn't a experiment gone wrong at the federal level. It was just something else made
Did it
this
get
guy
so out of
come to
hand that
be.
they were like, listen guys, like stop. The USDA literally had to say.
I guess so. That's what the article said.
That's crazy.
They were like, the USDA was forced to deny this claim. And I was like, that's kind of a lot.
That is a lot. Oh my god. Okay, so what does this guy look like? I didn't look him up. I need to type him in.
It is like, it's just rumored to be a half goat, half man kind of situation.
Okay. Oh,
and
ew. It's
Maryland
worse than you think. It's worse than you think, guys. I don't like
and
him.
Maryland isn't the only area that has a Goatman. There is the Goatman Bridge. I believe it's located in Texas. That is another kind of legend of another Goatman story.
Oh my god, if you Google this, you guys, Maryland Goatman. Oh my god, ew. It's worse than I could have imagined. I didn't know what I was thinking, but
I know.
I don't like it.
I think you should look up Goatman Bridge and see what it says. Because I need to know. I think it's in Texas, but I'm not sure.
Old Alton Bridge. Yeah, Denton, Texas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Old Alton Bridge in
That
Denton
one
County.
is creepy.
That is creepy. A historic iron bridge. Okay, it doesn't say anything about creepy, but it does when you put in Goatman Bridge. That's what comes up.
Yeah, there's the Goatman Bridge in Texas. It's rumored that if you like stand on the middle, the Goatman will start chasing you across the bridge.
It says locally the bridge is known as Goatman's Bridge as it is said to be haunted by a half man, half goat figure called Goatman. The belief is based on the legend of a black goat farmer named Oscar Washburn who was said to have moved his family to a residence just north of the bridge. A few years later, Washburn, having become known as a dependable and honest businessman and dubbed the Goatman by locals, displayed a sign on Alton Bridge reading "This way to the Goatman." But the success of a black man was still unwelcome to many, and in August 1938, Klansmen in the local government crossed the bridge and kidnapped Washburn from his family. They hung a noose on Old Alton Bridge and, after securing it around his neck, threw him over the side. When they looked down to see if he had died, the noose was empty. In a panic, they returned to his family home and slaughtered his wife and children. Oh my god, that went so south really fast. Locals warned that if you cross the bridge at night without headlights, as the Klansmen are said to have done, you'll be met on the other side by the Goatmen, so you can go in your car. Ghostly figures and strange lights are said to appear in the surrounding woods, as well as reports of visitors being touched, grabbed, and having rocks thrown at them. This legend results in the area around Old Alton Bridge being popular among paranormal investigators, such as the crews from Ghost Adventures and BuzzFeed Unsolved. Okay, BuzzFeed. So if you live in Texas, and we know some of you do.
They're not BuzzFeed Unsolved. They're Watcher now. They're
okay,
Watcher now. Are they so everybody plug.
That's funny.
Yeah, I love Watcher. They're like my favorite YouTube channel.
Nice. I know there's a lot of these kind of YouTube channels. I feel like I've never gotten into it, but yeah, we know some of you live in Texas, so
yeah,
y'all can head on over in your car. You let us know what happens. Creepy.
Yeah. Okay, so that was a complete tangent about Goatman, the Goatman of Texas.
Goatman Bridge.
Back into the Goatman. Yeah, back into the Goatman of Maryland. So this Goatman is rumored to terrorize lovers on lovers' lanes.
Oh my God.
Chase teens and then decapitate dogs, which I don't like about
that's
him.
really far. Chill.
He can terrorize lovers. He can chase teens. He can be kind of menacing like that, but leave the dogs alone.
Oh my God.
But the first mention was around Halloween in 1971, where a woman did a deep dive on Maryland folklore. She mentioned in the article that a deceased dog had been connected to the Goatman because a group of 16-year-old girls heard strange noises in the woods, and they sounded like a large animal walking on its hind legs, and the dog disappeared that night. So she just kind of drew all of these connections of these 16-year-old little girls saying there was this scary noise and this animal-like creature on its hind legs.
This woman is you in a past life.
No, literally. I love
a woman taking a deep dive into the
this.
folklore. I'm like, that's Marissa.
That's literally me right now. But let's see what my article says on this one. Well, I literally typed in, I swear to you, Arika, I literally copy and pasted this link and it took me to a different one. So that's not helpful.
That is annoying. I do not like it.
Okay. So let me see if I can find a quick little quote in this article. It says, there are so many variations of the story of the Prince George's County Goatman that it's nearly impossible to keep them all straight. The Goatman terrorizes lovers, chases teens, and decapitates dogs. He yells, squeals, and makes goat noises. And he's reported to make appearances all across the region. He's inspired fear and fascination for decades, but according to the historian and author Mark Opanasic, the foremost expert on the Maryland legend, there is a canonical Goatman origin story, and it begins on Fletchertown Road in Bowie. The first media mention of the Goatman came in that October 1971 that I said earlier, and then this Bowie-based Prince George's County News. The article writer Karen Hostler took a deep dive into that folklore, and she mentions the Goatman along with the ghosts in something called the Boa Man that also haunts the woods around Fletchertown. So the Goatman doesn't act alone.
Apparently
he's got ghosts and he's got a Boa Man on his side.
He's got a whole crew.
But like I said, the article connected the deceased dog with the Goatman, saying that a group of teenage girls had heard strange noises and seen a large creature on the night the dog had disappeared. It's also reported that sightings of an animal-like creature that walks on its hind legs were increasing along Fletchertown Road. On November 30th, the Goatman got its first introduction into a larger audience thanks to the Washington Post.
Oh, no way.
So they wrote a whole article on him.
That's crazy.
Which I think is so fun. But this article is really long, and like I said, we're going to include all of these links. But this has so many different stories of like different occurrences or different sightings of this Goatman.
Yeah.
But that is the end of all of my cryptids,
what a ride.
folklore, urban legends, and everything happening in your area and in mine.
Wow, you really made a perfect timing too. Somehow Marissa and I always plan these little episodes for each other, and they end up being the perfect timing every time. Like, we're just so good like that. I'm shocked.
I know. I wish that I could have gone into more detail on some of them, but that would warrant a whole episode. No, literally. But
as you guys are listening, if you enjoyed this, like, let us know, and also let us know if there's a certain story in your area that you want us to cover, because I think Marissa would very much enjoy, especially like maybe someone from the UK, our 5% listeners, Mexico, our 1% of listeners. Like, that would be really cool. So if you guys have a favorite one, comment it on our Instagram or email us or whatever you want to do. We're here. We'll listen. we'll see it. And let us
Yes,
know, because that would be really fun.
Yeah. And if there's anything that you want Arika to talk about, like from, I don't know, different brands, literally, like you can review brands in their area or anything like that.
That'd be fun. Yeah.
We will do anything.
Yeah, literally, we'll do anything. Let us know. I also am very excited. So on our Instagram, if you don't follow us, make sure you do at We Run on Coffee. In our highlights on our Instagram, I actually added some boxes where you can ask us questions or ask us for advice or tell us a story. And we've gotten some responses so far. So we're not going to get on to them today because we don't have time, but there are some good ones in there. And I actually got a really fun question that I think we could do a whole episode about. So I'm really excited about that. And if you have questions, put them there. Yeah. I'm so excited about this.
We love to interact with you guys. And the only way that we can keep making content that you love is if you tell us what you want. So like Arika said, reach out to us on Instagram, fill out those highlight boxes, or send us an email. We run on coffee podcast@gmail.com. Okay. Just making sure I got it right. But that is it for today. So, Arika, you always go first.
Thank you for listening. Follow us wherever you find your podcast. Rate us, leave a review, give us 5 stars. We love you. We'll talk to you later. That's all. I'm Arika.
And I'm Marissa. And we run on coffee.
Bye.
Bye.